Hello, I'm Goshudhani and I'm welcoming you to the video. As previously we have talked about sectors of biotechnology and we studied about what is biotechnology. In this video, I'm going to talk about biochemistry because it is the base of biotechnology. Without this, biotechnology can't sustain. Biochemistry is nothing but a branch of science that combines biology and chemistry to study the chemical processes and substances that occur within living organisms. It explores the structure, function, and interactions of biological molecules such as proteins, nucleic acids, carbohydrates, lipids, as well as the metabolic pathways and biochemical reactions that occur in cells. Biochemistry is not limited to these molecules, but actually it is limited. But we can say that these molecules are base of every uh, thing or every matter which are uh, applicable or useful to everybody or nature. So that's how it is the most important thing to be studied by our scholars. It plays a crucial role in advancing our understanding of life processes and has numerous practical applications in various scientific and medical fields. And this is also the reason why I prefer to say that the biochemistry is a base of biotechnology. History of biochemistry. So, in ancient times, some civilizations like Greek, Indian, and Egyptian studied the medicinal properties of plants and herbs, and they used them for healing purposes with the help of biochemistry. But they were not aware about biochemistry fully. They were aware about healing purposes of plants or herbs, but they were not aware about the chemical formulation or structure of those plants, which chemical is responsible for the curing of disease. They were not aware about, or they were not aware about uh, that chemical which cures the disease can be used for something else or not. They were not aware about. So biochemistry was not that much discussed. Biochemistry behind the purpose they used was not discovered or discussed. During medieval period, with the emergence of alchemy, alchemists sought the help of biochemistry. You might have questioned that alchemists were using the biochemistry, but yes, they were using because they want to make potions for the magic or whatever principle they followed at that time, and they want to. They were used to make potions for their unique purposes, for philosophical, magical, or anything life force related purposes. They were used to make potions, and for making those potions, they were used to take help from biochemistry. Still, they were not aware that what is biochemistry. The correct definition or not proper definition was formed at that time. They were just aware that these are the things by which they can make potions. They didn't think about, or they didn't give a thought about uh, going in deeper. In 17th and 18th century, or in between that, chemical revolution started, which laid the foundation of biochemistry. Not properly, but it can be said that chemical by starting of chemical revolution, we got to know that elements exist, and what are the structure of things we are using, and by that we got to know uh, structures of those herbs which were used in ancient time, and uh, alchemy potions. I mean, what were they using? We got to know about it. In 19th century, it was discovered that living beings has unique life force different from inanimate matters found by that time with the concept of vitalism. But it was challenged by some scientists, and later there was demonstration of synthesis method of urea from inorganic matter in 1828. So it was concluded that both organic and inorganic matter share the same elements at molecular level but differ by their structure. Before challenging that theory, the first line of discovery that living being has unique life force from different from inanimate matters. So by that, I wanted to say that the difference between both things were like we can walk, talk, and think, but the matters can't talk or interact with our, our human being or any animal. But still, uh, there is some connection. It was believed by other scientists. So there was some kind of partition between both scientists. The first one believed that life force is differentiating them, and second one believed that no, life force is actually made up of the elements. So both were arguing, but in 1828 it was concluded that they share same matter, and that's how we can say that living beings are made up of alien, something alien material. So in 1828, by discovery of another method of luria, synthesis of luria, debate was ended. In late 19th century and early 20th century, study of enzymes and their roles in biochemical reactions became a significant focus, and that's how biochemistry came into existence. But still, there was no proper definition or proper study in the field of biochemistry. In 1903, the term biochemistry was officially introduced by German chemist Carl Neuberg, and after that, many technological advancement came in this field, and that's how biochemistry prospered. There are some renowned scientists which I'm going to discuss or just give a brief information. First one is Friedrich Wöhler. It is a He was a German scientist. As we have studied here in this fourth paragraph, that in 1828, someone researched or gave a demonstration about synthesis method of urea from inorganic matter. He was none other than Friedrich Wöhler. Second one is Louis Pasteur. He gave the method of pasteurization, which is a method or process for uh, preventing the contamination, microbial contamination to be precise. The third one is Emil Fischer. He gave the structure and stoichiometry of sugars, whether it is a yeah, whether it's monohydrate or anything else. The fourth one is Frederick Sanger. He gave the Sanger sequencing, which we are using for many purposes in today's time. Thanks to Sanger, we are getting more advanced technologies, and we are getting more precise uh, what they say, yeah, uh, results, and by that we can prosper very soon. The fifth one is Christian Infusion. Infusion. He gave primary structure of proteins, and it was also a nice thing that by that we got to know about proteins. I mean, protein is one of the most what can say powerful. Let's not say powerful, but important matter or important uh, material to be studied by us researchers, by our researchers and scholars, because by protein many processes can be made easy. Proteins can be anything, and it is a best source of energy for the living organisms. Uh, some scientists or doctors also say that the protein is building block of life or any human. Without protein, any living organism can't sustain much. Sixth one is Linus Pauling. He gave alpha and beta helix structure of proteins. The seventh one is Jennifer Donna and Emmanuel Charpentier. They gave CRISPR-Cas9, and this is the best gene editing method which we are still using. There is advancement in technology, but we are using the method CRISPR-Cas9 for gene editing. So these are the renowned scientists. The applications of biochemistry, it uses in medicine and healthcare, like I said, or we discussed about the purpose of biochemistry. What is biochemistry? So by biochemistry, we are, we make medicines and we make people healthy. In biotechnology, it is also used. In biotechnology, it is used vastly. As I said in starting, that no biotechnology method or process can occur without the application or use of biochemistry. In agriculture and food science, it also used. Yeah, it is not a difference from biotechnology, but agriculture and food science is different. We know that it also comes under biotechnology, but we study it differently. In environmental science is also used. Why? Because by biochemistry we know that how can we use or how eco-friendly we can get energy sources, and how to uh, make less pollutant. Biochemistry in that field, environmental science field, we use for reducing the contaminant, make product and process contaminant and pollution free. In forensic science, we also use, as I discussed in a previous video, that in forensic science, biotechnology is used for determining the DNA, RNA, DNA, and we do DNA sequencing and all. So, in forensic science, biochemistry is used because of DNA and DNA sequencing. As I have said earlier, that CRISPR Cas9 is also used. it was discovered in the field of biochemistry. So it is nothing but the use of those methods in forensic science. Pharmaceutical industry, we are also using biochemistry because we want to develop the drug, or we want to develop any method for curing the disease. So it is also related to medicine and healthcare. In academic research, we also use. If you want to derive or use some method or extract some material which can be used for the energy purposes, for the betterment of humankind, or for betterment of future, whatever we want to do, it comes under academic research. Thank you for listening me, and please comment the next topic. And if you want to say something about the video quality or anything, please comment down. Thank you.